The Knicks are changing their trade plans. Recently, the Knicks discussed a trade for a point guard, but now they're exploring different options. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. This episode is presented by FanDuel. We have a goal of trying to reach 40,000 subscribers, and we could really use your support. If you enjoy daily Knicks content, please hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. The Knicks are changing their trade plans. With all of the Giannis trade talk, it's easy to forget that the Knicks are actually looking to make a trade at the deadline. And what type of player are they looking to trade for? They're looking for a veteran point guard. Shout out to NBA Insider with the New York Post, Steph Bondy, for giving us this following information. According to him, the front office, by the way, is also searching for point guard depth. They are still looking and exploring all of their possibilities. The Knicks have already discussed trades for multiple players, including Chris Paul. Shout out to Steph Bondy with the New York Post for giving us this following information. According to him, Chris Paul is a name the Knicks have discussed as a target for the backup point guard role, even before the Landry Shamet injury. However, at this point, the Knicks have changed their trade plans, and now they currently have no interest in adding CP3 to this roster. Shout out to Knicks insider Ian Bagley for giving us this following information. According to him, there's a lot of speculation about Chris Paul and the Knicks. I'm told it's highly unlikely at this point for that to come to fruition. And while one NBA insider states that the Knicks have changed their trade plans, another NBA insider is begging the Knicks to change their trade plans. According to Steph Bondy with the New York Post, he doubles down on his prior Chris Paul report. He states the following: even before Landry Shamet's shoulder injury, the Knicks had internally discussed the possibility of trading for Chris Paul. Except the Knicks absolutely should stay away from him. And that's not just because Paul is 40 years old with a declining field goal percentage. When you get Paul, you get everything that comes with it. The alpha personality who dictates terms rather than fits in, who can be difficult to work with. So the Knicks had interest in Chris Paul. They discussed trading for Chris Paul, but ultimately at this point, now they've changed their trade plans and they no longer have interest in adding Chris Paul to this team. So that really begs the question: what other player or players are the Knicks looking at that they want to trade for at the deadline? Well, thanks to Steph Bondy, we have more information on that as well. As Steph Bondy of the New York Post writes, Tyler Kolek has been getting backup point guard minutes as of late. However, the team has struggled mightily in his time on the court, which is one reason why the need for a reserve playmaker behind Jalen Brunson continues to persist. Bondy listed 9 guards whom a pair of NBA executives think could be available before the February trade deadline, including Chris Paul, Jose Alvarado, Trey Jones, and his older brother, Titus Jones. So who are the other guards? I don't know exactly every single other guard that Bondy listed. However, I know another guard that was not on that list that he did list. And this guard, he plays for the Pacers. And let me tell you this: if New York was able to steal this player from the Pacers, he would fit on the bench like an absolute glove. He probably fits most NBA teams just because of who he is. I'm talking about TJ McConnell. Shout out to Steph Bondy from the New York Post for giving us this following information. According to him, TJ McConnell from the Pacers is listed among the names under consideration by NBA executives that could be available at the trade deadline. According to Bondi, this type of move is a championship chasing move if it's feasible, but it's also difficult to see the Pacers parting with McConnell, who was such an integral part of their finals run, even during this miserable Indiana season. TJ McConnell, let me tell you something. As much as Knicks fans hate him when he's on the Pacers, if that man was available and he was on the Knicks and he was off the bench and he was backing up Jalen Brunson, he would be one of the most loved players on the bench by this franchise, by this organization, by this fan base. Everybody respects a player like that, a player who never stops and continues to hustle. However, that's not realistic. The Pacers, they will not trade him. And even if they do, they will never trade him to the New York Knicks. So let's pull up that other slide with the other names on it. So Chris Paul, he's already out. The Knicks are moving on from him. So that means we have Jose Alvarado, Trey Jones, and Titus Jones. Titus Jones and Jose Alvarado on this list, for me, are the next best options to choose from to add to New York. But Tyus Jones, I don't see the Magic letting him go, especially because this season, regardless of what the Magic record is, they believe they have a shot to be a very good team in the Eastern Conference, and potentially, if things go right, they could go to the NBA Finals. That's their belief. So I don't believe Titus Jones is a realistic option. So for me, the only one left, and I mentioned this player before, and it's so ironic that I'm mentioning him again, Jose Alvarado. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. Is he a traditional point guard? Absolutely not. What is he? 3-and-D? Absolutely. That defense, he's going to give you that. That type of aggressiveness you need off the bench, he is going to give you that. He is annoying on defense in the best way possible. And you can deny it. You can try not to see it. But as a playmaker, he is wildly underrated. And if he was added to this team, he would help New York, especially off the bench. But personally, for me, I don't want New York to go out there and add another point guard. I don't want them to add another veteran guard. I like Tyler Kolek getting these backup point guard minutes. I would rather the Knicks go out there and get more size in the form of a wing. I don't care how you do it, but you need to do it. We need more size. We need more defense. We don't need another guard. If anything, I feel like the Knicks are doing a pretty good job in the non-Jalen Brunson minutes. So right now, don't add another guard. Leave that guard position alone and look at size, centers, bigger wings, power forwards, whatever the case may be. Look for that, because that's the player that we need right now. You get a player like that, that brings New York even closer to a championship. And let's not forget, one of the main reasons that the Knicks are looking to do this move at the trade deadline is to get to the NBA Finals. And shout out to channel sponsor FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, for giving us these updated odds on who's going to win the NBA Finals this season. OKC remains on top at +130. Then you have the Nuggets after them at +700. Then the Rockets at +950. Then you have the New York Knicks. They're at +1100. Then the Cavs at +1300. Then rounding out this list is the Lakers, and they're at +1600. But if New York makes the right moves at the deadline, their odds will skyrocket all the way up. And you never know. Next time we look at it, it could be New York right underneath OKC. For some of you who don't understand why the Knicks are looking to make trades, it's pretty simple. but I'll mention it again. New York wants to win a championship, and they want to do it this season in a weakened Eastern Conference, which they feel is their best opportunity, one of their best chances at the championship in the better part of a decade, maybe even longer than that. New York, they're going to continue to explore the trade market and see what point guards ultimately end up being available. And once they have that list of names, then we'll understand what player they're looking to add to this team to help New York win this season, because that's all it's about. It's nothing personal. It's nothing against the kids. It's nothing like that at all. New York just understands where they are and what they need to do. They need to win a championship. They need to do it now. And one of the main ways to do that is to make win now moves. And come the trade deadline, I promise you, Leon Rose, he will be making another win now move. But what about you guys? What do you think about the Knicks and all of these reports indicating that they continue to look for point guard depth? And initially, they wanted to add Chris Paul to this team. They even discussed trading for him. But now that does not appear to be the case anymore, and they're looking at other options. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, what player or players you would like the Knicks to trade for. Because honestly, guys, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.